Hey everybody, Mike Pawlawski, EliteAthletesTV.com and 11-year pro quarterback. And I thought during this lockdown, how can I help the athletes at home? Best way for me is with a little football training and quarterback training on the whiteboard and with film to teach you how to think like a quarterback. All right, how do quarterbacks think? Well, in order to think like a quarterback, you have to be able to translate thoughts from the whiteboard to game film and to be able to look at that all together and put it together as you think under center. So today, we're going to look at a film clip from Cal versus Washington when Jared Goff was back there playing at Cal. Now, the first thing I want to do is set the formation for you here. Cal is on offense. They are about the 30-yard line going in. Quarterback, running back. You can see that Cal has two wide receivers to the wide side of the field. They're tight, but it's a good enough spread out between them. And the short side of the field, or the boundary side as we call it as quarterbacks, they have what's called a stack formation, twins formation. Some teams call it satellite. But what it means is you have two receivers all right on top of each other. And it takes some teams out of man. But in this case, Washington is playing a combo coverage. Well, how do I know that? As a quarterback, there's a couple things that you look for when you're looking at man versus zone. One, inside leverage. The corner to the wide side of the field has inside leverage. And you want to look to their eyes. Is the DB looking in at the ball, or are they looking at their man? If they're focused solely on their man, most likely it's man coverage or a great disguise. If they're looking in at the ball, like they're doing into the boundary here, these guys are staring into the ball, it's because they're in some type of zone. So on the outside here to the wide side of the field, Washington's corner is in a press man position, playing inside leverage. Quarterback, that tells me man. Safety is inside leverage. His eyes are on his receiver. That tells me man. These guys are both off the ball. Corner is outside leverage, and he's starting to bail a little bit too. All of those tell me it's zone into the boundary. What does that mean? It is a combo coverage. Man to the field, zone back into the boundary. We're going to get into a lot of this. We're going to look at it on film. Please give us a thumbs up down below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because I'm going to try to give you a lot of quarterback learning here in the next couple of weeks, especially while we're on this lockdown around the nation. So I want to help you at home as an athlete. Subscribe, comment. If you have any questions, give us the comments. I'll try to answer as many as I can. But right now, let's get to the film and look how this turns out, Cal versus Washington. So here we are at the doghouse, UW Husky Stadium, and you can see Cal has the ball going in 30-yard line. Up top, you have one corner pressed and inside. He's not right up in the receiver's face, but he's pretty close. And he's playing that inside leverage. The safety over the top, just outside the hash, is also playing inside leverage on this receiver. So as a quarterback, if you look at this, you're thinking that's man coverage. Then when you come down to the bottom, you can see the stack formation and one corner, but he's already starting to backpedal. And because he's getting out and because he is looking inside at the ball, in combination with this safety being way inside with absolutely no attention to the receivers, he's looking entirely at the ball because he's looking to help out on the run game. Well, now let's talk about another term, the RPO. RPO stands for run pass option. Okay, and this came into college football 10, 12 years ago, maybe a little more than that. But it's gotten really popular recently. And why is that? Well, forever, offenses were wasting one guy. This guy, quarterback. Okay? You were playing 10-man football with these guys, and defenses didn't really have to account for the quarterback. Now with the run-pass option, it's all about a numbers game. If you have the run option here, you see the box for Washington. They have 6 guys inside. Cal only has 5 up front and 1 running back. So Cal is outnumbered in the running game. In that case, they have the pass option, the P part of the RPO. So the run-pass option has given the offense back that extra player and the quarterback making that decision to go where they have better numbers. RPO, really important. There's one drawback, though, as a quarterback, you have to think about this, is if you decide to pull that ball, Since everybody up front is blocking run, you don't have pass protection. So you've got to know that if you're going to pull it and you're going to pass this ball, you're going to get it off in a hurry. Let's take a look at the film. Now, this is what's called an RPO. We talked about it. Run pass option. And let's take a look at the play real quick here. Boom. You can see guard gets out and pulls. This guard is going to get out and pull. These guys are both blocking down, working to that next level. He's going to kick. They're expecting that run to come right inside there. So everybody up front is blocking like it's run. So that's a full influence on linebackers and defensive line. Everybody up front thinks that that is going to be a running play. It keeps that 6-on-5, keeps all 6 guys inside and occupied. Now, let's talk about the passing game. Now let's take a look at the routes so you can know what to expect when you see it on film. They have what's called mirrored routes. And so mirrored routes means that both sides of the ball are running the exact same route. The outside receiver is going to press up the field about 6 to 7 yards, and he's going to run away. Inside receiver is running a seam post or slant, but he's trying to get inside leverage and run vertical. Same thing over here into the boundary. Outside receiver is running that 6 to 7 yard in route. Inside receiver running a very skinny post on the inside. So with that route, what they're trying to create is what's called a vertical stretch. Okay? A vertical stretch is exactly what it says. You're trying to stretch a defender up and down the field, so vertically down the field. They also call it a high-low stretch or a 2-on-1 stretch. As we run this back, you're going to see this receiver, like we showed on the board, he's going to come out and he's going to break underneath. This corner is backing out. As he does that, this receiver is really meant to influence him. This guy is going to get depth because he's going to be the deepest man in his zone. And you can see, as this route breaks underneath, this safety flattens off and he takes it. So let's run that back one more time in slow-mo. Corner getting out. This receiver breaks off. And this safety has his feet flat. Because his feet are level, he is already beat. Versus zone, what you're trying to do is put the leverage on one guy. In this case, it's going to be that safety. He's a zone player into the boundary. This corner, because he's playing zone and he shows that when he opens up and starts to get depth, is going to be outside. As a result, he is giving up a lot of leverage. Well, what's leverage? Leverage, angles, and space are the 3 things that you're looking to create on offense. You want to create leverage. Being 5 yards inside, that gives you what's called leverage. That corner can't get into the ball because he's too far out of the play. So if you throw a good ball, there's no way he can get there. You have vertical leverage on this safety if he flattens his feet, or if he gets depth, you have vertical leverage down here. And then angles, it's all about the angles that receivers take as they run these routes to get open. Space, well, this is space. A lot of space in between the safeties gives you a place to throw the ball as a quarterback. Those are all the things that you're looking for. This is leverage. Safety's feet are flat, corners backing out, and you have space in between this receiver and this corner. Remember, he's going to be the deep man in this zone, but he's already beat to the inside. Staring into the ball, outside leverage tells me zone right now. So as a quarterback, I know I've got zone. I know I've got good leverage because I know my route is going vertical here and that this guy's coming underneath. And so I'm going to work back to the boundary just like Jared does here. At the snap, Jared's eyes right here on this safety. And he already knows this guy is not getting vertical. He's already beat. Literally, there's 7 yards between the two, maybe 6 yards. But Jared knows that he's already beat because he's not getting out. He's not getting depth. So this route is going to climb on him right now. He already knows where he's going with the football. Goff has already decided he's going to throw this vertical ball and he's going to hit this seam because he knows that safety's deep in the middle and he knows that the underneath safety right here has leveled his feet. What are my keys when I'm going for these throws? Well, it's eyes, right? I want to see where the player's eyes are. We already talked about it for man versus zone. Zone, their eyes are inside. So where are these guys looking for? Those are one of the telltale signs to me as a quarterback where he's going to end up playing. The other thing you're looking for is hips and shoulders. If a DB has his hips turned away, I know that I can beat him across his face with the ball, or I can throw that ball and he can't react as quick. Same thing with the shoulders. If his shoulders are rotated away, I know I can throw a ball off his back shoulder because he has to turn around to that. And athletically, that's the hard thing to do. So eyes, hips and shoulders, and feet is the last one. Feet are really important. If a DB has his feet squared to you, if he's standing flat-footed, if his feet and hips are cocked inside, feet are really important. So eyes, hips, shoulders, feet are all part of our keying process when we're trying to decide where to go with the football. At this point, he's already recognized that that safety is flat-footed. No way he can cover that vertical route. As a result, as this safety jumps underneath, we talked about the leverage that corner gave up already. Jared knows he's got this throw. And look at all of this space. I mean, that is a ton of space. That's 25 yards that the receiver can run into. So you get that vertical stretch. It's also, by the way, called a high-low stretch, right? High-low stretch, but you're stretching one guy. It's also called a 2-on-1, 1-2-on-1. And the reason that you have all these, you're already eliminating this corner because you know he's out-leveraged. So your 2-on-1, your vertical, your high-low stretch is these two guys on this one player. He also knows this guy is coming, and he's coming hard. Turns and throws an absolute strike downfield. Great job by Bryce Triggs to hang on to that one. Some big contact there, but that's what you're looking for as a receiver, and that's a great throw by a quarterback. Well, we talked about what the offense is looking for and what a quarterback's trying to read. Now let's talk about what the defense could do to stop this play. Again, we talked about this is an RPO, run pass option, right? So this guard is pulling, kicking. These guys are doubling down, looking to backside. The center's coming backside to that tackle to cut that off, which means this tackle is all alone on an island. In Washington's case, they're trying to get the pass rush from the backside. This defensive end looks for run first, outside contain, but then immediately gets upfield. If you put the big pass rush on, what you're trying to do as a defense is affect the quarterback, either by having somebody in his face, getting a tip on the ball, or getting a big hit on him, which if you put enough of those on a quarterback, it's going to affect him later on in the game. The other way they could do it is they could try to cheat. The DBs, oftentimes really good and really confident DBs, will cheat a lot in their coverage. And so these guys will come off and they'll play inside leverage, outside leverage, and kind of play with the quarterback, just trying to disrupt the route, giving that defensive rush time to get home. But you got to be good and you got to be confident, because if you make a mistake when you're cheating, you're going to get beat ugly. So in this case, Washington is trying to do it with the pass rush, with the defensive end, which means this ball has to come out quick. Let's take a look at the film. Uh-oh. This guy got beat in a hurry. So that is not what you're looking for in your pass blocking on the backside. But Goff already knows where he's going. See him? His head came back. He checked his safety here. He checked the safety in the middle. And he knows that he's going to get this ball off. Watch how quick this happens. This snap comes up right here. Boom. 1.6 seconds. Goff has already decided he's coming to that flat. He's keying the safety downfield. See his eyes right down the middle of the field, checking the safety. Right there, he's already decided he's going to make the throw. And so 1.9 seconds, he's decided he's going to make the throw. And with this guy bearing down at 2.14 seconds, he's got that ball off. That's how quick it happens. I'll show it to you one more time in real time here. Boom, off. Just under 2.5 seconds, Goff gets that ball off and makes a great throw with somebody bearing down on him. And watch this. Boom, quick release. That's why quick release comes in. And an accurate ball for the touchdown. Now, the quarterback view. This is awesome. Once again, see Goff's eyes looking downfield. He's already throwing, but see, his weight has to be back here because he feels this pressure coming at him. He can't even fully step into it. So he's found a way to create that ground force right here and keep his weight back so he doesn't, if he tried to step into this, he would take it right in the teeth. This wouldn't be an accurate ball. But he found a way to make the throw and absorb the shot. He gets pounded, and watch the look on his face. I love it when he gets it. He's like, yeah, that's a touchdown. Okay. Whew, come on, man. Let's get him blocked, can we? And that's what that's all about. Goff's an absolute stud, but that is the vertical stretch. So now you know what the vertical stretch is all about. As a quarterback, you can understand it better. As a coach, you can teach it better. If you're a defensive back, I just gave you an insight to the thought process of a quarterback, so use that and play better on defense as well. If you like what I did here today, please give us a thumbs up down below, subscribe. That way you can get all of our information when it comes out. It's not just me, it's all of our great coaches, from gold medalists, world champions, great athletes in every sport. And we will be coming out with more information for you on drills, skills, and of course, quarterback training. So subscribe, comment down below, please, if you have any questions about what I just taught or something that you'd like to learn, something else. Please comment down below. You can check out our other videos. They'll come up here on the end screen. And improve your game, especially right now when we're on lockdown. It's time for you to get better mentally. If you want to get better physically, you can go to the website, eliteathletestv.com, where we have full training programs for athletes. Our strength and conditioning coach, human performance coach, is Ethan Banning. He's phenomenal. You can get faster with Dan O'Brien's Faster 40 in 40 Days program. And of course, my quarterback training is a full system to help you develop the tools that you need from the pocket. This has been my quarterback training, football training for you, trying to help you get better, get smarter, and improve at the position. I'll come to you next time with a little more info from the whiteboard.